The meditation hall smells like sandalwood and desperation. 20 of us sitting cross-legged on cushions, pretending the heat isn't crawling up our spines like ants. I've been in Manila 3 months now, and I still can't decide if I came here to find something or lose myself completely. Excuse me, is this cushion taken? She's standing over me, blocking the fan's rotation. Red blouse tight enough to make a statement. Her perfume cuts through the incense. Expensive, or at least trying to be. All yours, I tell her. Thank you, I'm Ruby. She settles beside me with practiced grace, tucking her legs beneath her. First time here? 3rd week, actually. You? Oh, I used to come all the time, but life got complicated. She sighs, and I catch the weight she's putting behind it. Sometimes I forget to take care of my spiritual side, you know? Too much focus on the business world. Her nails are perfect, little jewels embedded near the cuticles. I nod and close my eyes as the instructor begins, but I'm watching her through my lashes. Old habit from the service. Never fully close your eyes around strangers. 20 minutes in, her phone buzzes. She startles, whispers an apology, and slips out the back door. Through the bamboo slats, I can see her pacing in the courtyard, and then I hear it. Saan ka nagpunta? Awanti kwarta. Nalpas dayto ni di na palabas sa lawas. My spine straightens. Ilocano. Clean, rapid-fire Ilocano with that distinct bite to the consonants. Where did you go? There's no money. That was finished last month. San Fernando, 1978 to 1983. 5th Fleet. I'd spent more nights in the bars and markets around the base than I care to count, picking up Ilocano from my girlfriend Maria and her grandmother, who'd fed me dinuguan and stories in equal measure. She's still talking. Masapulko ti quintal 2 pesos, saan nga riuru? Tenganak, awanti panawen. I need 100,000 pesos, not scraps. Listen to me, there's no time. She returns, sliding back onto her cushion with an apologetic smile. Her hands are shaking slightly as she folds them in her lap. Sorry, family emergency. Everything okay? I ask. Just business pressures. My family owns a boutique chain. Sometimes the provincial locations need guidance. She waves her hand dismissively, and those jeweled nails catch the light. Manila problems. You wouldn't understand. Where are you from? Ohio, Cleveland area. Ah, so far from home. What brings you to Manila? Retirement. Wanted somewhere warm. Different. What did you do? Before retirement? Truck driver. Long haul mostly. I watch something relax in her shoulders. She's mentally filing me away. Simple man, simple background, simple to manage. That must have been lonely work, she says. Sometimes. You learn to live inside your own head. I understand that more than you'd think. She touches my arm lightly. My parents wanted me to take over the family business, but sometimes I feel like I'm drowning in their expectations. Do you ever feel like the person everyone sees isn't really you? Her eyes are wide, searching. It's a good performance. I've seen better, but not many. Every day of my life, I tell her. Maybe we could get coffee after this. I'd love to hear about America. I've always wanted to travel, but the business keeps me here. She laughs, soft and self-deprecating. Trapped by my own success. Her phone buzzes again. She glances at it, and I catch the flash of irritation before she smothers it with another smile. Sorry, I should turn this off. Meditation is supposed to be sacred time, right? Right, but she doesn't turn it off. She just silences it and sets it face down on the mat beside her knee. Through the rest of the session, it lights up 4 more times, buzzing against the floor like an angry insect. And I sit there, breathing deep, wondering what kind of boutique owner needs 100,000 pesos by the end of the week. She texts me 3 days later. Not a question. Not an invitation. Just, Reed, I need to see you. I find her at a cafe in Makati, the kind of place where the iced coffee costs more than a meal in the provinces. She's already there when I arrive, sitting at a corner table, her designer bag hanging from the back of her chair like a trophy. The air conditioning is Arctic. Thank you for coming. Her eyes are red. The mascara is streaked just enough to look real, but not enough to be ugly. I didn't know who else to call. I slide into the seat across from her, letting my canvas messenger bag thump against the floor. What's going on? She opens her mouth, closes it, looks down at her untouched lato, where the foam art has already started to collapse. It's the business. Her voice cracks. My family's boutique. We're in trouble. I lean back, casual, and wait. She needs the silence, needs me to fill it with concern. I don't. There's this property developer. He wants our building. My Lola, my grandmother, she opened that shop 40 years ago in the province, and now they're saying we owe back taxes, penalties. But it's all fake, Reed. The documents are forged. The officials, they're all paid off by this developer, and if we don't come up with the money by Monday, they'll... Her hand goes to her mouth. Her nails catch the light. Fresh manicure, gel tips, French white. Not a chip in sight. They'll take everything. How much, I ask. She doesn't answer right away. Instead, she pulls out her phone, swipes through screens with trembling fingers. Everything about her shakes except those fingers. They're steady as a surgeon's. 250,000 pesos. She looks up. That's about $5,000. I know it's a lot. God, I know. But I've already sold my jewelry, borrowed from friends, and I'm still short. If I just had a few more days, I could... Why not go to a bank? I tried. Quick. Too quick. They said the loan process takes weeks. I don't have weeks. Behind her, through the window, I watch a street sweeper push trash into a long-handled pan. The morning heat makes the sidewalk shimmer. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't desperate. I know we barely know each other. But you talked about connection, about trusting the universe to put people in your path for a reason, and I feel like maybe. She trails off, wiping at her eyes with a napkin. The paper comes away gray with makeup. Let me think about it, I say. Something flickers across her face. Not disappointment. Calculation. Of course. Yes, I understand. I'm sorry for dumping this on you. She pulls a compact from her bag, checks her reflection, dabs at the mascara with her pinky, tilts her head, examining the angle. In the small round mirror, I see her eyes shift. Not to her own face, but to mine. Watching. She's not fixing her makeup. She's reading me. I just don't know what I'll do if... She snaps the compact shut. I'm sorry. You don't need to hear all this. No, it's okay. Her phone buzzes on the table. She glances at the screen and her jaw tightens for just a second. She flips it face down. I should go. I have to meet with the lawyer again this afternoon. Thank you for listening, Reed. Really. She stands, shouldering her bag. The leather creaks. I watch her walk toward the door, heels clicking on tile, and I think about how she never actually told me where the boutique was. What province? What town? What street? Just the province. Like there's only one in the whole damn country. Chapter 3. The Hidden Ledger. The water's been running for 6 minutes. I know because I've been counting. Sitting on the edge of this rented bed with its synthetic sheets, listening to the shower hiss through the bathroom door and counting. Her bag is on the dresser. Red leather. The kind that wants you to think it's expensive. The water keeps running. I stand up. My knees pop. 67-year-old knees always announce themselves. 3 steps to the dresser. The bag sits there like a test I didn't study for. My hand's on the clasp before I can talk myself out of it. The leather's cheap up close, peeling at the edges. Inside, there's the usual debris. Lipstick, compact, a half-empty pack of Marlboro Lights. A wallet, receipts folded into small, tight squares. I unfold one. Goldilocks Bakery, Quezon City. Dated 3 days before she told me she flew in from Singapore. The water keeps running. There's a zippered pocket on the inside wall of the bag. My fingers find it before my brain catches up. The zipper's stuck. I work it slowly, listening for any change in the bathroom sounds. The shower stays steady. Inside the pocket, a laminated ID card. Philippine national ID. The photo shows Ruby, but her hair's darker, pulled back tight. No makeup, the kind of tired that lives in your face, not on it. Name, Rowena Bellarmino. Address, Barangay San Vicente, Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. Birth date, March 15, 1998. Not 2627. Not from Manila. The water stops. I freeze. Listen. The sound of the shower curtain scraping open. Her feet on wet tile. I should put everything back. My hands won't move fast enough. There's something else in the pocket. A small notebook, the kind you buy at a sari-sari store for 20 pesos. Blue cover, spiral bound. The bathroom door is still closed. I hear her humming something. A commercial jingle for detergent. I open the notebook. Names, dates, numbers with dollar signs. Gerald M., $2,800, medical emergency. Thomas K., $4,200, family land dispute. David R., winning $500, visa lawyer fees. My finger trails down the page. 11 names, 11 stories, 11 emergencies that required Western Union and promises. Then at the bottom of the second page, read C. Target $5,000, boutique takeover. Not even my full last name. Just an initial. Like I'm an item on a grocery list. The bathroom door handle turns. I shove everything back. The ID, the notebook, the receipts, and zip the pocket. My hands are shaking. The clasp on the bag won't close properly. I force it. You okay out there? Her voice through the door. Sweet. Concerned. I step back from the dresser. Yeah, just looking for the AC remote. It's on the nightstand, silly. She opens the door. Steam billows out around her. She's wrapped in a white towel, hair dripping on her shoulders. Without the makeup, I can see it. She looks younger, harder. There's a small scar above her left eyebrow. You look pale. You feeling all right? Just warm. I'll turn the AC up. She moves to the dresser. Her hand rests on the bag, right where mine was 30 seconds ago. She doesn't look at it, doesn't check if anything's been moved. I was thinking, she says, picking up the bag and setting it on the bed. Maybe you could come with me tomorrow, to the meeting with the lawyer. I know it's asking a lot, but... She unzips the main compartment, pulls out a hairbrush. I think he'd take me more seriously if I had someone there, someone who understands business, someone like you. She sits on the bed, brushing her wet hair. The red bag is open between us. The hidden pocket is 6 inches from her hand. Would you do that for me? I'm looking at her face, at the scar above her eyebrow, at the way her eyes hold mine, steady and clear. And I'm wondering, does she know that I know? The car is waiting outside the hotel at 6 a.m, not a taxi, not a Grab. A private vehicle, a white Toyota Innova with tinted windows and a rosary hanging from the rearview mirror. Ruby touches my arm as we approach. My cousin Pepping. He drives for my family sometimes. It's safer this way for a long trip. Pepping nods at me through the open window. Rough features. A basketball jersey with sweat stains already forming in the armpits despite the early hour. His cap is pulled low, shadow covering most of his face. Sir Reed, welcome po. His English is careful, rehearsed. I slide into the back seat. Ruby climbs in, Beside me, not up front. She reaches over and squeezes my hand. 3 hours to Batangas, she says. But the resort is worth it. Private beach. I thought we could celebrate properly. Away from the city. I'm thinking about the ledger in the hidden pocket. About the names written in neat columns. About the amount beside each name. 20,000, 35,000, 15,000. I'm thinking about the way she said our future last night. Her hand on my chest. Her eyes wet with what looked like real tears. Peeping pulls into traffic. EDSA is already clogged. Jeepneys belching black smoke. Motorcycles weaving between lanes. The morning heat building even through the tinted glass. Ruby leans her head against my shoulder. Her hair smells like the hotel shampoo. Coconut and something chemical. I'm glad you're here, she whispers. I'm glad I found you. 10 minutes pass. 15. We barely move 3 blocks. Peeping drums his fingers on the steering wheel. Ruby pulls out her phone, scrolls through something I can't see. Then she says something to Pepping. Not Tagalog, something else. Sharp consonants, different rhythm. He responds in the same language. Glances at me in the rearview mirror. I keep my face neutral. Look out the window at a street vendor selling mangoes from a wooden cart. Ruby laughs at something Pepping says. Not her usual laugh, the soft musical one she uses with me. This one is harder, rougher around the edges. They go back and forth. I catch the tone shifting. Peeping says something, his voice mocking, and Ruby snorts. I recognize one word. Americano, then another. Tanga. Stupid. Ruby's shoulder is still pressed against mine. Her fingers are still laced through mine. But she's speaking rapidly now, her voice animated, and Pepping is nodding, grinning. She gestures at something, at me I think, though I don't turn my head. Don't let them know I'm paying attention. He says something that makes Ruby actually cackle. She covers her mouth, glances at me, then responds in the same language. Ilocano. That's what it is. I heard it once in vegan years ago. Northern dialect. Ilocosur. Not Manila. Ruby squeezes my hand again, turns to me with that soft smile. Sorry, baby, just catching up with family gossip. Pepping was telling me about his daughter's school play. Pepping meets my eyes in the mirror. His expression is blank now. Professional. Yes, sir, my daughter. She is very talented, Po. We're stuck behind a bus. Black exhaust pours through the vents despite the air conditioning. The rosary swings back and forth, back and forth. Ruby goes back to her phone. Pepping turns up the radio, some Filipino love song, synthetic and sweet. They don't speak to each other again. Not in Ilocano. Not in anything. But I saw Ruby's reflection in the window. Just for a second, when she thought I wasn't looking. She wasn't smiling anymore. I'm thinking about the resort in Batangas. 3 hours away. Private beach. No other. Tourists this time of year, Ruby said. I'm thinking about my passport in my money belt, about my phone in my pocket, about the nearest exit. And I'm wondering, when we get there, will I be the only guest? The city starts to thin out. Not all at once. First is just fewer jeepneys, wider gaps between the buildings. Then the concrete gives way to corrugated metal fences, vacant lots. A billboard for skin whitening cream, half peeled. We've been driving for 40 minutes. Ruby's still on her phone. The blue light makes her face look younger, harder. I can see Pepping's eyes in the rearview mirror. He's watching her. Not the road. Her. The AC is struggling now. The air smells like diesel and something sweet gone rotten. My money belt is digging into my ribs. I shift in my seat. The vinyl sticks to the back of my thighs. He says something. Quick. Quiet. In Ilocano. Ruby's thumb stops scrolling. More words. Still in Ilocano. I catch ATM and gas station. English words inside the foreign sounds like stones in water. Ruby doesn't look up from her phone, but her jaw tightens, just a fraction. Another phrase, longer this time. His voice is flat, matter of fact, like he's reading from a shopping list. I hear finish in there, the English word again. Finish and passport. Ruby's finger moves, a single tap on her screen. That's it. That's her answer. My throat is very dry. He says something else. I catch safe house, another English word, but his pronunciation is different. Soft H. Safe house. Ruby slides her phone into her purse, the designer knockoff with the brass clasp. She pulls out a compact mirror instead. She checks her lipstick, that deep red, reapplies it carefully, pressing her lips together. The sound is small and wet. Then she looks at me, smiles. We just need to make one quick stop for gas, honey. Her voice is light, musical. The same voice she used when she told me about her family's boutique, about her childhood in Manila, about how she could see my aura the first time we met. Hope you don't mind. Pepping says we should fill up before we get to the province. Gas is more expensive down there. She's still smiling. Her teeth are very white against that red, red mouth. I nod, hear myself say something. Sure, no problem. My voice sounds normal, like I'm still that guy, Reed, the hippie expat with the kind eyes and the trust fund, the one who believes in connection, in energy, in fate, the one who doesn't understand Ilocano. Pepping turns down a side road. The pavement gets rougher. We pass a sari store, closed. A dog sleeping in the shade. A cluster of small houses with laundry hanging between them. Ruby goes back to her phone. But her shoulders are different now. Tighter. Waiting. I can see buildings ahead. A Shell station sign, sun-faded. And next to it, yes, an ATM booth. Blue and white. The bank logo peeling at the corners. Pepping is slowing down. My money belt holds my passport. $4,000 in Inoadium came. Hundreds. My ATM card. The pin is written on a piece of paper tucked behind my driver's license. A stupid thing I did in case I forgot it. The rosary swings. Back and forth. Back and forth. I'm thinking about the word finish. About how it sounded in his mouth. Clinical. Easy. I'm thinking about the ledger in Ruby's bag. All those names. All those amounts. I'm thinking about my daughter in Portland who told me not to come here. Who said I was too trusting. Too naive. Pepping pulls into the gas station. Gravel crunches under the tires. He puts the car in park but keeps the engine running. In the rearview mirror, his eyes find Ruby's again. She closes her compact mirror, drops it in her purse. Her hand stays there, inside the bag. Oh, honey? She touches my shoulder. Her nails are long, manicured, sharp enough to leave marks. Would you mind getting us some water while Pepping fills up? I'm absolutely dying of thirst. The ATM booth is 20 feet away. The station is empty except for an old man sitting on a plastic chair, half asleep. If I get out of this car, will I ever get back in? I look at Ruby's reflection in the side mirror. Her hand is still inside her purse, waiting. The leather strap is pulled tight across her lap. Peeping's fingers drum against the steering wheel. Once, twice, then stop. I reach for the door handle. The metal is warm under my palm. Get 2 bottles, okay? Cold ones. Her voice is sweet. Practiced. I step out onto the concrete. The heat hits me like opening an oven door. Behind me, I hear Peeping's door click open. He's getting out too, following the script. I walk toward the convenience store entrance. 5 steps, 10 steps. My day bag is light on my shoulder. Passport, cards, phone, everything that matters. I left the empty manila envelope in the back seat. The one Ruby thought was full of cash. The convenience store is bright. Fluorescent lights buzz overhead. A teenage clerk looks up from her phone. I smile. Keep walking. Oh, past the confit chips. Past the instant noodles. Past the cooler with the water bottles Ruby will never drink. There's a restroom sign at the back, and next to it, a side door marked Authorized Personnel Only. I push it open. Nobody stops me. The alley behind the station smells like fryer oil and hot garbage. The taxi is exactly where the app said it would be. A white Toyota Vios, license plate matching the one on my screen. The driver looks at me through the window, raises his eyebrows. I open the door, slide into the back seat. Airport, sir? Naya Terminal 3. Please. He nods, pulls away from the curb. I don't look back. My hands are shaking now. Just a little. The adrenaline I've been holding down for the past hour is starting to surface. The driver merges onto the highway. Behind us, Ruby is probably checking her compact mirror again. Peeping is probably filling the tank. Slowly, waiting for me to come back with the water. Waiting for me to suggest we drive somewhere quieter. Somewhere they've already chosen. Somewhere no cameras would catch 3 people entering and only 2 leaving. I found the ledger 2 days ago, hidden in the zippered compartment of her designer bag while she was in the shower at my hotel. 7 names before mine. All foreigners, all men. Next to each name, a number. Some crossed out, some with question marks. The last entry, Michael Australian, 52, had a date from 3 weeks ago, and a single word in Ilocano. Tapos. Finished? I looked it up, made sure I understood. Her real ID was there, too, tucked behind the ledger. Rubelin Domingo, age 26. Address in Ilocos Sur. Not the Manila socialite she'd been playing for 2 weeks. Not the sophisticated daughter of boutique-owning family. Just another provincial girl with expensive dreams and a talent for reading lonely men. The taxi driver turns on the radio. A pop song I don't recognize fills the silence. My phone buzzes. I don't need to look to know it's her. It buzzes again, again, again. Then, oh, call. I power it off. The highway opens up ahead. 6 lanes of traffic flowing toward the airport. Toward the plane ticket I booked yesterday. Toward Portland and my daughter's I told you so face that I'll happily accept. The driver catches my eye in the rearview mirror. Long day, sir? I lean back against the headrest. Outside, Manila rushes past. The same city I arrived in 3 months ago, thinking I'd found something real, something genuine, something more than the surface I'd grown tired of back home. I almost laugh, almost. Yeah, I tell the driver. Long day. But I'm still breathing. Still have my passport, my money, my life. That's more than Michael the Australian probably got. The airport exit sign appears on the right. The driver signals, changes lanes. Behind us, somewhere in that gas station parking lot, Ruby is probably standing outside the convenience store. Probably asking the clerk if she saw an old American man with white hair. Probably realizing, slowly, then all, at once, that the clueless hippie wasn't clueless at all. That's the thing about playing a part for so long. You start to forget other people can play them too. The taxi pulls up to departures. I pay the driver, add a generous tip. He smiles, thanks me in Tagalog. I grab my day bag and step out onto the curb. The automatic doors slide open, and I walk through them, free. The flight home was long, but I slept better than I had in weeks. No more pretending. No more weighing every word, every gesture. I'd learned something important in those 2 weeks. Not about Manila, not about scams, about myself. I'd wanted so badly to believe in the connection, in the romance, that I almost ignored what I could hear with my own ears. Ruby made one critical mistake. She forgot that not everyone is who they appear to be. And I made one too. I let loneliness make me vulnerable in the first place. The red flags were there from day one. The calls she never translated. The way her eyes calculated when she thought I wasn't looking. The urgency of her crisis. I just didn't want to see them. That's the real hook, not the scam itself, but our own desire to believe. If you think this can't happen to you, you're wrong. Like and subscribe for more stories like these. Stay safe. The characters, incidents, and dialogue in this video are dramatized for narrative and entertainment effect. While some events may be inspired by real-life themes, this story is a work of fiction.